there, welcome back to my channel. Today I have something special for you. Summer is in full swing and it's time to enjoy the bounty of the season. And so I have a mouth-watering series of 8 delicious and healthy summertime recipes coming right up. So grab your pen and paper because you're not going to want to miss these delicious recipes. So let's get started. Hey there, salad lovers. Welcome back to my channel. Today I have a quick and easy treat for you. A delicious 1-serving broccoli, sun-dried tomato, and chicken Caesar salad recipe. Trust me, this one will satisfy your cravings in no time. So let's get to it. So the first step is to prepare our chicken. Since this is a 1-serving meal, you will want to have 6 ounces of shredded chicken. And there's a couple of different ways you can do that. I always like preparing this meal when I have leftover chicken from earlier in the week. But another tip is to just purchase a rotisserie chicken and take the skin off, and then I am going to be using the chicken breast and shred it and then weigh out my 6 ounces. Once you've weighed out your chicken breast, you're just going to put it in a bowl, and then we're going to go ahead and shred that. You can use 2 forks to shred that, or you can use a hand mixer. I am just going to use my forks today since it's just for 1 serving. Once your chicken is shredded, you're just going to set it aside, and then we'll start preparing our broccoli. So we'll start by steaming our broccoli. Now you can use fresh broccoli, chop it into like bite-sized florets, and just put it in a steamer basket and steam it. But today I am going to be using just the frozen broccoli in the Steam Fresh bags because I'm doing quick and easy today, and this is so quick. I have no chopping required. And so instead of preparing it according to the package directions, for my microwave it says 5 minutes. I'm only going to put it in for 4 minutes though, because I do want it to retain that crunchiness for this salad. Once your broccoli has finished steaming, you're just going to drain any moisture and measure it out. Now that our broccoli has steamed and has been measured, we're just going to add that to our bowl of chicken. And then we're going to set that aside while we prepare our sun-dried tomatoes. So as far as your sun-dried tomatoes, I just picked up a bag of California sun-dried tomatoes. And what I love about sun-dried tomatoes is they're high in iron as well as vitamin C and K, which is an added bonus. And so all we need to do with these is just measure them out. Now, if your sun-dried tomatoes are packed in oil, you will want to rinse those off in cool water first. Also, some of them can be longer, and if they're longer than, I would say, about 1 inch, then you would want to chop those into smaller pieces. But with these, they're ready to eat right out of the bag, and they taste good too. But we're just going to measure out 1/4 cup and add it to our broccoli and chicken. So the next step is to prepare our dressing. But before we continue, if you've enjoyed this video so far, please make sure you subscribe to my channel for more healthy, delicious recipes just like this one. And so what you're going to use for your dressing is some creamy Caesar. Now the recipe calls for Newman's Own light Caesar dressing. I could not find that in any stores at all, but I did find the Bolthouse Creamy Caesar, and it's close. It's close. And so we're going to be doing dressing with a little bit of pepper and another added ingredient. So keep on watching. So we're just going to go ahead and measure out 1 3/4 tablespoons of our dressing into a small bowl. So I like adding a little bit of water to thin it out so it spreads throughout this dish a little bit easier. Okay, so the next step is just to pour our dressing over the top of all our yummy ingredients, which again is our chicken, our broccoli, and those sun-dried tomatoes. Next, you'll just mix this all together until combined. All right, next we're just going to add our pepper, as well as our capers. We have 1 tablespoon of those. And we'll just mix all the ingredients together. Next, we'll stir in our Parmesan cheese. And just mix that all together. So if you're looking for a satisfying and nutritious meal, this salad is a winner for sure. I love popping it in the refrigerator for about 5 to 10 minutes. Comes out nice and crisp and fresh. And so friends, if you've enjoyed this video, please make sure that you like and don't forget to subscribe for any of my upcoming videos. So thanks again for watching, and let's go eat. Bye-bye. Want to add a little kick to your turkey burgers? Well, this spicy jalapeno turkey burger recipe is the perfect way to spice up your dinner. So let's get cooking. Combine our cream cheese, our cheddar cheese, our jalapenos, and our garlic powder, and we're gonna cream that all together. So I'll first add in the cream cheese, that shredded reduced fat cheddar cheese, our garlic powder, as well as those diced jalapenos. You just want to cream this all together, so we're just going to blend it. All right, so it's all been blended together. So the next step is we're just going to set that aside, and we're taking another bowl, and we have our ground turkey all measured out and ready to go. So to our ground turkey, we're going to add in our salt and pepper and our minced onion. And you're just going to combine this all together. All right, that's all combined. And so the next step, we're just going to divide our meat into 4 different sections, or 4 pieces, because this recipe does make 4 servings, so we're going to form our burgers. So the next step is to take our cream cheese mixture. We're just going to take 1/4 of this, and we're going to flatten it into a pancake shape. And then you will take a section of that ground turkey, and we're just going to form it around our cream cheese mixture. We're going to just wrap it around, and we're just going to make sure, we're just going to make sure that cream cheese is all covered. We don't want any of it to escape while we're preparing and cooking our burger. And yes, this is a little messy, as you can see. You could certainly use some gloves if that would make it easier, but I did wash my hands, and I will be washing them again for sure. And we'll do that for all 4 of our burgers. the next step is to go ahead and preheat our pan over medium heat, and you can also grill this outdoors as well. Today I'm just using our indoor stove and it's going to work perfectly. So I've got my pan is warming up right here. And so friends, if you've enjoyed this recipe so far, please make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss my upcoming videos. The next thing I'm going to do is take a little bit of olive oil and just brush the tops here of each one of these burgers, and then I'll flip them over and brush the other side. All right, so I'm just going to brush the other side with that olive oil, and we're just using a tablespoon for both sides, so it doesn't really take all that much. So we're just going to go ahead and cook our burgers, for about 6 to 7 minutes, and then we will go ahead and flip those over, but we just want to make sure that we cook them about 6 to 7 minutes on each side until it's no longer pink. It's time to flip our burgers over, and we'll cook those for another 6 to 7 minutes on this side. And you can see what happens when you don't seal the turkey meat all around the edges. If you can see right there where I'm pointing, the cheese is starting to ooze out. And so it's all fine, but we do want to keep all that cheese on the inside. So make sure that you put that meat mixture all around that cheese. All right, our burgers are done, and now it's time to plate them up. And I am going to be using my burger with a piece of romaine lettuce. So I'm going to form a lettuce wrap for a healthier version. And I just wanted to mention, as far as the jalapenos inside of the burgers, you could certainly use fresh jalapenos, remove the membranes and the seeds, depending on how hot you like it, or you can certainly use canned jalapenos as well. And then I did use that ground turkey, but you can substitute and use ground beef, ground chicken, or even Beyond Burger as well. It works great for all different types of protein. So I'm going to go ahead and take one of these burgers, place it right in the middle of my romaine lettuce leaf, and I'm going to top with a fresh slice of tomato, and it is ready to eat. Yum! Doesn't that look yummy? You certainly could top with additional jalapenos as well, or any of your favorite toppings. And so I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have, please make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. I will also be putting in a link for a couple of my other fantastic recipes that you're sure to love as well. So thanks again for watching Debbie's Healthy Kitchen, and let's go eat. Bye-bye. Hey everyone, are you looking for a healthy and delicious alternative to regular bread? Well, you're in luck, because today I'll be showing you how to make low-carb revolution rolls, also known as cloud bread. It's a light and fluffy bread that's perfect for sandwiches or as a side for any meal. And the best part, you can enjoy it without any guilt because it's low carb. So let's get cooking. So the first step is to preheat your oven to 350 degrees, and then you want to make sure that your eggs and your cream cheese are at room temperature. And this is a very important step, because if they're not at room temperature, then your rolls are not going to rise as much. So you want to make sure they're at that room temperature. And next, we're just going to take those eggs and separate them from the egg whites from the yolks. So we're going to put our egg whites in one bowl and our yolks in another bowl. So I'm going to go ahead and separate our eggs, and I'm going to put our whites in my big mixing bowl. And this is how I like to separate my eggs. And then my yolks are in the other bowl. I'm just going to set those egg yolks aside, and as far as our whites, just going to add a pinch of cream of tartar to our egg whites. And the next step is just to go ahead and beat these whites on high with your mixer. Okay, so for today I'm going to be using my KitchenAid mixer. I love this mixer. I've had it for years. It works great. You can certainly use a hand mixer as well if you don't have a stand mixer. I just find it's easy to do when you're beating your egg whites. And so I will be including a link in the description box below for this KitchenAid in case you would like to check it out. And so we'll go ahead and get started. I'm just going to put this on the stand, and then I'm going to lock it, and we'll turn this on high. So it's going to get a little noisy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and check on these whites to see if they are firm enough. And oh my gosh, perfect. So as you can see, this is considered a stiff egg white, and that's just what we want. Now that our egg whites are all mixed, we're going to just put this aside. So the next step is just to go ahead and add our light cream cheese to our yolk mixture, and then also our stevia in the raw. And you're just going to whisk your yolks with that cream cheese and stevia until it's all blended together. All right, once your egg yolks are all mixed together, then you're going to bring back that egg white bowl, and you're just going to whisk in your egg yolks into those whites. Now you do want to whisk this gently, because if you whisk it a little bit too hard, your eggs will fall. And so we want to keep them light and fluffy, so that way when we are baking our rolls, they will still rise. And so you'll just do this gently until the yolks and the whites are all combined. The next step is to take a baking sheet lined with parchment paper, and you want to lightly spray it with some nonstick spray. And what we're going to do is make 6 blobs of the egg mixture onto our baking sheet. And we want them all about the same size. You also want to make sure that they don't touch each other on your baking sheet. Now this is going to give us about 6 rolls, which is 3 servings. Now they're ready to pop in that 350-degree oven, and I'm going to bake them for about 20 minutes. You want to keep an eye on them just to make sure that they don't get too dark, because we just want them a light golden brown. And friends, if you've enjoyed this video so far, make sure you smash that like button. All right, here we go. All right, our revolution rolls are done, and look at these. They've raised just perfectly. They're a light golden brown color, and 2 of these rolls make 1 serving. They're perfect for sandwiches or to use on the side for any of your dinners as well. And so what I also love about these is they freeze really well. And so when you freeze them, you can just pop them out and put them in the toaster and they'll crisp right back up. And so that's it, folks. There you have it, a simple and delicious low-carb revolution roll recipe. It's perfect for anyone who's gluten-free or looking for bread alternatives. And so I hope you give this recipe a try, and please come back and put in the comments how they turned out. I would love to hear. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Today I am fixing cauliflower potato salad. Yes, cauliflower made out of, potato salad made out of cauliflower. That's what I'm trying to say. And so I never thought I would ever give up potato salad. Well, I did several years ago and replaced it with this healthy recipe. So it's perfect for this time of year. This is a perfect healthy meal that you can bring along and share with others, or for any night of the week for you and your family. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I'm gonna cover all of the ingredients with you. So what you're gonna need for this recipe is some cauliflower, as well as hard-boiled eggs, some dill pickle, some light mayo, some Dijon mustard, some onion powder, black pepper, salt, paprika, and celery. I think I got it all. And so the first thing I did was I cheated a little bit, actually. Instead of buying a head of cauliflower and steaming it and chopping it up, I went and bought a frozen bag of already chopped cauliflower. All I had to do was steam it, and then I just ran some cool water over it, let it cool for a little bit, dried it on a paper towel, and chopped it into bite-sized pieces. So this is what I have, and it's half the work as using a full head of cauliflower, but it is less expensive if you're watching your budget. So, but I love the convenience. All right, so I'm just going to bring my camera down here so you can see what I'm going to do next. And so we've got my cauliflower already in the bowl, all chopped. I also have hard-boiled egg already chopped and ready to go. So I'm just going to add that next. And I will be posting the complete recipe in the comments below, so you will have that. All right, the next thing I'm going to add in is some chopped dill pickle. And then some chopped celery. Just gonna stir that around. The next thing I'm going to add in is that light mayo. As well as that Dijon mustard. And then I have all of the seasoning, the onion powder and the salt and pepper. I'm just going to add that in. And now we're just going to stir it all up. Until it's all blended and that cauliflower is covered with our mayo mixture. And like I said, this recipe makes 2 servings, and so it easily can be cut in half. You could double it or even triple it, especially for those family get-togethers. Now that was simple. All right, it's all mixed, ready to go. And so the next thing I'm going to do is put a little bit on a plate. Because you know me, I must taste. All right, well, before I dig in and taste, I just want to show you what that looks like. It has everything in it that you need that would be just like a regular potato salad, but this one does not have the extra starch, the higher carbs, so it also is healthy for you because it's low calorie and very yummy. All right, so that's what it looks like. So the next thing we're going to do is taste it, because that's what really matters, is how does it taste. All right, so here we go. Tastes just like potato salad. Oh my gosh. You can't even tell that it's made out of cauliflower. In fact, the next time I make this, I'm not even gonna tell anyone that it is made from cauliflower, just to see their reaction when I tell them, because it's that good. It really is. And I can't wait for my hubby to try it tonight, because I've never made this for him before. And so he's going to be grilling up the barbecue. We're going to just have burgers, no bun for me. I'm going to be using just lettuce to hold that little baby, and a side of potato salad. Doesn't that sound yummy? So there you go, from Debbie's Healthy Kitchen, cauliflower potato salad. So if you enjoy this recipe, please give me a thumbs up. I would love to hear any feedback in the comments if you plan on making this recipe, or have you made it before? I would just love to know. So again, thanks for watching Debbie's Healthy Kitchen, and let's go eat. Bye-bye. Are you craving the bold flavors of buffalo wings, but looking for a lighter and healthier option? Well, look no further. Today, I have a mouth-watering recipe for buffalo chicken salad that will satisfy your taste buds while keeping things light and refreshing. So let's get cooking. So the first step is to prepare your chicken breast. You can grill it, you can boil it, you can bake it. You just want to have it cooked till it's no longer pink. While your chicken is cooking, we can prepare our salad. So as far as your greens, you can use any type of lettuce that you would like. I like using a combination of different types of lettuces. It gives it a nice texture that way. So I've already rinsed everything off, and so now I'm just going to chop everything up for our next step. So I'm going to start with chopping up some green leaf lettuce. I'm going to add a little bit of iceberg lettuce. And as I'm chopping up my lettuce, I am going to go ahead and put it in my salad spinner to get out that extra moisture so my salad will be nice and crispy. I'm also going to be adding in some romaine lettuce as well. And I'm going to throw in just a handful of baby spinach. So I have all of our greens. I am just going to go ahead and give it a little spin. Once I'm done spinning, I'm just going to take the lid off, remove it from the basket, and there wasn't a whole lot of moisture in there, but there was some. So removing that extra moisture really does help your salad stay nice and crisp. Once you have your lettuce all chopped, you're just going to place it in a bowl so we can start adding in all of our other ingredients. So while that chicken is cooking, we're going to prepare the rest of our salad. So I have all of those greens in a large bowl, and so now we're going to add in the rest of our veggies. So the first thing I'm going to add to our bowl is a little bit of green onion. Next, I'm adding in some chopped celery. Next is some chopped cucumber. And then topping it off with some sliced cherry tomatoes, and I just cut those right in half. And I have a tip for you on slicing those chopped tomatoes. I just did a video for a really easy method on slicing your chopped tomatoes. I'll provide a link to that so you can check it out. It works just great. All right, so once you have all your veggies together, you're just going to toss this all together. Next, we'll just go ahead and put that on our serving plate. And we're just going to go ahead and put this right on our plate. Once you have your salad all on your plate, all ready to go, we're just going to set that aside and begin to shred our chicken. Now for this recipe, I am not shredding it fine. I like to leave it in fairly good sized chunks, but yet still shredded. Once you have it all shredded, you're going to weigh out your chicken breast for 6 ounces, as this makes 1 serving. Once you have your chicken all weighed out, you're going to put it in a bowl and we'll add in our buffalo sauce. Once your chicken is shredded and all weighed out, you're just going to put it in a medium-sized bowl. And then what we're going to do next is just add our buffalo sauce to our chicken. Just pour that buffalo sauce right over the top of that shredded chicken. And then you're just going to stir it up to combine. And friends, if you've been enjoying this video so far, make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss any other amazing recipes just like this one. All right, so once your chicken is all mixed with that buffalo sauce, it's time to put this all together. And so we're just going to take our plate of salad and put our buffalo chicken right on top of those greens. And then once your chicken is all on your greens, the next step is to drizzle on some light blue cheese dressing. And there you have it. Our mouth-watering buffalo chicken salad recipe is ready to be enjoyed. So the next time you're craving buffalo wings, make sure you make this buffalo chicken salad. Your taste buds will thank you. So thanks again for watching Debbie's Healthy Kitchen, and make sure you like and subscribe for more flavorful recipes and lots of tips as well. So thanks for watching. Let's go eat. Bye-bye. Looking for a quick and easy way to whip up a delicious and healthy meal? Well, look no further than this mouth-watering air fryer chicken fajita salad recipe. It's packed with flavor and nutrients, and this dish is perfect for busy weeknights or anytime you want to eat something delicious and satisfying. So grab your air fryer and let's get cooking. So the first step is to go ahead and preheat your air fryer. Depending on your air fryer, really depends on the temperature. The recipe calls for 400 degrees, and my air fryer, which is the Kasori, works perfectly at that 400 degrees. And so I'm gonna go ahead and preheat that now. All right, and so while the air fryer is preheating, you will want to cut your chicken into strips. And then we'll just go ahead and add it to our bowl along with all of our seasoning. All right, so we have a half a teaspoon of salt, half a teaspoon of chili powder, 1 teaspoon of cumin, and a 1/4 teaspoon of garlic powder. And then we'll start working on those bell peppers and cutting those into strips as well. So I'll go ahead and add that chicken to our bowl now that it's all been cut up. And then we'll go ahead and add in that seasoning, which again is our salt, garlic powder, chili powder, as well as cumin. And so we'll just sprinkle that on, and you'll mix your chicken with those spices until it's all combined. All right, so we'll just set that aside and we'll go ahead and cut our peppers into strips. I am using both the red and the green. You can use any color you'd like. This is what I had on hand, but I also like using the red and the yellow together. It's great flavor. And we want 3/4 of a cup, so I'm gonna add that red pepper to our bowl. And now I'll work on that green pepper. We'll go ahead and add that green pepper to our bowl, and then we'll go ahead and stir this all up so the spices and that chicken are all combined with our peppers. All right, once your air fryer has been preheated, then you're going to take your air fryer rack and spray it lightly with cooking spray. And then you'll take those vegetables with that chicken, and you're just gonna go ahead and put it on your air fryer rack, and that will go into the air fryer for just 14 to 15 minutes. Before we continue, and if you've been enjoying this video so far, make sure you hit that like button and make sure to subscribe so you won't miss any of my upcoming videos. Our fajita mixture is almost done in the air fryer, and so it's time to put our salad together. And I like using a mixture of different lettuces, and so I have some green leaf, I have some mixed greens, as well as some romaine and iceberg lettuce. And so I just took a large bowl, and I'm gonna put all of the lettuce in one large bowl, and that way I can mix it really well, because all of this lettuce here, this is for just 2 servings. And so as you can see, it makes quite a bit. And so I'm gonna just divide this amongst 2 plates, and then we'll put our chicken fajita mixture right on top when it's all done. And then I'll slice a little bit of avocado for a healthy fat to put on top, along with a little bit of lime juice. Our chicken fajita mixture has just come out of the air fryer, and so it's time to divide this up and put it on our 2 plates of our salad mixture. Once your salad is all put together, it's time to take that avocado, and we're going to use 1.5 ounces, and we will slice that and divide it amongst both of those salads and place on top of that lettuce. And there you have it, a delicious air fryer chicken fajita salad recipe that's quick and easy and oh my, so delicious. Perfect for those busy weeknight dinners. And so if you've enjoyed this recipe, make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. I will be attaching a link to some of my other air fryer recipes, so you'll want to check those out as well. So thanks again for watching Debbie's Healthy Kitchen, and let's go eat. I know I am. Bye-bye. And so I'm so excited you're here today, because today I'm going to be sharing with you how to make jicama fries. And these little fries are a healthy alternative to the greasy, starchy French fries that you may already be having. And so I'm going to just go ahead and cover all of the ingredients and what you're going to need for this recipe. So you're going to either need a jicama, which you can find in the produce section at your grocery store. What you will do with that jicama is you're just going to peel it and then chop it and slice it into basically like French fry shapes. But I have to share with you, I found in the produce section today, jicama sticks already peeled and already cut into the sticks. So that has saved so much time. So I highly recommend that. But in addition to the jicama, you're gonna also want some cooking spray, some olive oil, onion powder, paprika, and salt and pepper. And that's all you're going to need. And so I've already got my air fryer preheating to 365. So yes, I am going to be cooking these in the air fryer, but this recipe also works for the oven. So if you're going to be cooking them in the oven, you would preheat your oven to 400 degrees and they would bake for about 30 minutes. In the air fryer, it actually takes just about as long because I'm lowering the temperature just a bit. So I am, like I said, preheating my air fryer to 365. So I'm going to show you how to put this all together. So the first thing I did this morning was I took those jicama sticks and put them in a bowl of salt water, and I just let them sit in that for about 30 minutes. And then rinsed them off and patted them to dry to get out that extra moisture. And so the next step, I'm just going to show you here. All right, so I have my bowl full of the drained and dried jicama sticks. I'm just going to pour that olive oil over the top. And I will be posting that complete recipe in the comments below when I'm all done, so you will have that. And then I have all of the seasoning, and I'm just going to sprinkle all of that seasoning right over the top. And I'm just going to take that little spatula and just want to make sure we blend this to where everything is covered or coated with the olive oil as well as our seasoning mixture. Now this recipe makes 2 servings, and you know, they're pretty tasty actually. I did try some earlier today and they were really yummy. I did use some sugar-free ketchup with it, and but really you don't even need ketchup. They're that good. And so this is just, like I said, a replacement for your regular French fries. Looks like they're already coated pretty good. And you do want to keep an eye on them when they're in that air fryer, depending on your air fryer. Mine were starting to get a little dark on the edges, and so that's why I reduced the heat down to 365 from 400. So now I'm just going to take my air fryer basket. I have an air fryer that is in the shape of a toaster oven, and so I have a big tray here. And I've already sprayed it with cooking spray. And you're just going to put all of those jicama sticks on your tray. But you do want to have them in single layer. So we just want to make sure that everything can be cooked evenly that way. So might have to get a little creative here. And so, like I mentioned earlier, what you're going to want to do is flip these about halfway through cooking time. Just, take a spatula or shake your basket. I have quite a bit in here, so I will have to use a spatula versus just flipping them, or rather than just shaking the basket. All right, so you can see how they look. All right, so there we are. And so the next step is to bake them or air fry them. And so like I said, this is gonna go in my air fryer at 365 degrees at about 25 to 30 minutes. So I will be checking them about half that time. So about 15 minutes in, I'm going to check them all. I'm going to take my spatula, flip them over, and cook for that remaining 15 minutes. And they should come out pretty decent. Now, these are not going to be soft on the inside like a potato because jicama is meant to be crisp, but they do soften up. And so I will show you, as you can see. So they're not as super crispy, but they're delicious. And so I have some sugar-free ketchup here, and I'm just going to show you how they taste. The seasoning is great. They taste yummy. And so there is a slight crunch, but it makes it delicious tasting. I love it. It tastes great. It's a great replacement for French fries. And except now you don't have all the guilt because there's no grease and they're not starchy like a potato. It's a healthy French fry basically. So anyways, that is it. Pretty simple. And this recipe makes 2 servings like I mentioned. So you get quite a bit. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I mentioned, I will be posting the complete recipe in the comments below. And so if you enjoy this recipe, give me a thumbs up. A little heart would be nice as well. But feel free to share this too. So again, thanks for watching Debbie's Healthy Kitchen. And until next time, let's go eat. Bye-bye. And I'm excited today because today I'm fixing up for you chicken enchilada zucchini boats. And the reason I'm excited is because I'm using a zucchini fresh out of my garden. So what could be better? Oh my gosh. So what I'm doing to get started right now is I'm sauteing some onion, green onion, in a little bit of olive oil. And the next step is to add in some garlic. So I'm going to do that right now because my sauce that I'm going to be making does need to simmer for a few minutes, and I didn't want to take too much of your time up. So anyways, so I'm going to cover all of the ingredients with you. So what you're going to need for this recipe is some zucchini, also some shredded chicken, some crushed tomatoes, as well as chopped Roma tomatoes. You're also going to need some reduced fat Mexican cheese, and then you're going to also want to have some chopped green onion, as well as some cumin, chili powder, paprika, and a little bit of salt and pepper. You will also need to have oh my gosh, my spoon is melting. Oh goodness. Well, I don't know that I want to eat my onion. I guess this might be like a blooper because look at that spoon. Oh my gosh, my plastic spoon just melted. So much for that. So what I'm going to do is improvise. What else do you do when you have a situation such as this? Sure, I could stop doing my live and delete it and start all over, but not me. All right, bear with me. So I'm just going to add in a little bit of that olive oil. Oh my gosh. I'm going to start heating that up. Note to self, do not use a plastic spoon when sauteing onion. All right, well, it's a good thing I had a little bit more onion chopped up. So we're gonna start this again. All right, so I am going to get some more garlic, however, because it has melted plastic spoon all over my onions and my garlic. So just a moment. All right, so I have another onion or garlic clove here, and I'm just going to peel it. And this does not even look right. Oh my gosh. Crazy, crazy video going on. And so my onion is sauteing in my olive oil for the second time. Got a new batch going on, and I'm just adding that chopped garlic now. And I tried several little garlic cloves, and my garlic evidently was rotten. And so luckily I had been to Grandpa's Fresh Market the other day and picked up some new garlic, so I just used that. So anyways, like I said, note to self, do not use plastic spoons when you're stirring hot oil. Doesn't work so well. Glad I could share that tip with you all. All right, and so while that is sauteing, I mentioned all the ingredients already, but I will be posting the complete recipe down below when I'm all done, so you will have it. So no worries there. And it looks like our onion and garlic are all sauteed. So I'm going to just remove that from the heat, and then I'm going to start adding in our ingredients. So the first thing I'm going to add into my pan is the crushed tomatoes. All right, then I'm going to add all that seasoning in. So I have the paprika, the chili powder, and the cumin. Just gonna stir that up. And so far, it's looking pretty good. And then we're gonna add in a little bit of water. And just a sprinkle of salt and pepper. And this is just a season to your taste. All right, so this is gonna go back on the stove. And we're gonna simmer for about 4 minutes or so. And you just stir occasionally. So while that is simmering, I'm going to go over with you about my zucchini. All right, and so I picked a zucchini this morning, and I'm so excited about it because this is the first zucchini of the season that I've been able to pick. And so it's a fairly decent size one. You want to pick your zucchini that are firm, but that are not too large. So just a medium size, but also that it's wide enough. And so you can see this is fairly wide. And so I just sliced it in half lengthwise and scooped out all of the seeds and the inside. I like to call it the guts. And so I just removed all of that, but I did leave in like about, a 1/4 of an inch all the way around here so it forms that boat, okay? And then I just brushed it with some olive oil on the outside as well as on the inside. Then I just put it in a baking pan here, just like this, and bake this in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20-25 minutes. You just want it tender. All right, so the zucchini is all ready to go. And then, as soon as this is done sauteing, I'm going to add in my shredded chicken. And so what I did with my chicken this morning, I just boiled it because I only had frozen chicken, didn't prepare ahead of time. I love baking or grilling chicken earlier in the week, and that way I have it shredded or all ready to go for whatever I'm going to be preparing for the next few days. And so I just boiled it. It was quick and easy that way, and then I just shredded it. Several ways you can shred it. You can just use a couple of forks. I use a hand mixer that works pretty good as well, and it gets it nice and fine. And then the other thing you could do is you could just pick up like a rotisserie chicken if you want to save on time, and then just take the meat off the bone and use the white meat, of course, and then shred that, and you could freeze the rest of that chicken. All right, so we're just about ready here to add in that chicken. And so I'm going to preheat my oven once again to 400 degrees because we're going to be putting this mixture back in the oven. Just turn that down just a tinge. All right, just another minute or so for my sauce. And you can see, I'll show it to you here. It's piping hot. Looks delicious. Smells even better. Oh my goodness. The whole house is smelling fabulous. So anyway, once I add the chicken, I'm going to fill up my zucchini boats and pop it in the oven. Once they come out of the oven, you have different toppings that you can put on. And so those chopped Roma tomatoes, I'm just going to sprinkle on top, as well as some chopped cilantro and a little bit of green onion. And of course, that's optional. You could add a little light sour cream as well, and then it'll be ready to enjoy. All right, so the next step, I'm going to go ahead and add in that shredded chicken. See how big of a mess I can make this time. Turn down that heat, or turn off the heat. And just mixing this so all that chicken has that tomato sauce mixture on it. All right, so now I am going to move you over just a little bit here so you can see me fill in my zucchini boats. All right, so I'm just going to take this mixture and just start filling up the zucchini. It's going to be delicious. Now this recipe does make 6 servings, and so I did adjust it for just 2. Since there's just the 2 of us here today, well, most days. Looks like I'm gonna have a little bit of my chicken mixture left over. I'm just gonna add in a little bit more. Fill this boat up. We don't want to be like the Titanic and not have all of our boats filled as we're escaping. I don't know why I just said that. I'm crazy, I guess. All right, we are gonna fit in all of this mixture, yes. All right, so now that I have the tomato mixture with the chicken all in our boats, we're gonna take that cheddar cheese. Now this is a reduced fat, light Mexican cheese. And so I'm just gonna sprinkle this on top. All right. So, I'll show you now. So this is going to go into our oven. And so this is going, my oven isn't quite preheated yet, but it's going to go in a 400-degree oven, and I'm just going to bake it for about 10 more minutes until that cheese is all melted and yummy. And so once it comes out of the oven, then I'll put those additional toppings on, which again is the chopped Roma tomatoes, some chopped cilantro, and some chopped green onion. And of course, that green onion is optional, but you could also add just a little bit of light sour cream to that after it's all done. So that's it. So that's chicken enchilada zucchini boats. And so I hope you enjoy this recipe, even though I had all of these bloopers in the beginning, but I prefer not to eat melted plastic. So I just kept on going. So anyways, I hope you enjoy this video. If you have, please give me a like. The thumbs up would be wonderful. So thanks again for watching Debbie's Healthy Kitchen. And until next time, let's go eat. Bye-bye. Well, I hope you enjoyed this compilation of summertime healthy, delicious recipes. Make sure you hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe for more delicious recipes. I will be posting links to all of those recipes in the description box below, so you will have it. So thanks again and have a great summer, and let's go eat. Bye-bye.